This is Automotive Mechanics. Welcome back to the channel. Do you guys know what it means when this light comes on? If you are not subscribed, please do so. Customer brought their 2021 Nissan Sentra into the shop. This is the amount of fasteners you have to remove to change the oil, kind of like a game of puzzles putting it back on. This rolled into the shop. Customer states their transmission was hard to shift. I wonder why. For context, this mechanic weighs 120 pounds. Meanwhile, the torque spec for this Ford truck is 150. This is a pretty powerful guy. Can you imagine buying an $80,000 Audi e-tron only to get rims with design like stickers on them? It happened to this customer. How would you react? What about these wheels that literally say brother on them from another customer truck that just rolled into the shop? The mechanic got a armored BMW that came in. Even the cup holders were protected. Is this too much? Customer states a Butterly somehow had a metamorphosis in their back headlight. I am really not sure how this can be possible. This is what happened when a mechanic put solvents down the sink in the shop. It's a good reminder not to do what this mechanic did. Somebody was tracking this customer, so we let them know what we found in their car. Why would someone do this? From weeks ago, we also found this on the underside of a customer woman's car. Needless to say, she was a little freaked out. Rechargeable with 4G SIM card in it. Customer states they keep hearing hissing and rattling noise from under the hood every time they run their vehicle. The steering wheel on this customer car keeps moving by itself even when driving. What do you think caused it? This is how they delivered their Lamborghini Countach into the shop. Have you ever seen anything like this? They were really careful. Mechanics saw this is how their customer drives their car. It seems not a good idea to do this because seatbelts can save your life. What do you think? This is how a customer saved their profile name in their BMW. Maybe someone pranked them or they really use this name on the daily. Customer put less than 100 miles on this Mercedes from 2010 and brought the car in so we could remove the original fuel. This car is basically brand new in 2024. How much do you think this is worth? Does anyone else give nicknames to tools and equipment? The boss hates when I call this my mechanical tool. After over 20 plus years in the dealership, this was the mechanic's first time going out on his own. Check out this cool setup. There's a lot of great useful tools in there. This might be the most coolest Prindle the mechanic ever found. This was the mechanic's first work order of the day. The customer states after 115 miles per hour, the car stops accelerating. This customer stated their car door was super heavy and they could hear splashing water while driving. This came into the shop and customers said they have no idea what happened. I really wonder what they did. Mechanic opened up a customer's truck front hood and found this inside. It looks like this tool has been through a lot. Customer states they just parked their car while shopping and came back to this. This is either going to be fixable or total loss. This might be the most dangerous steering wheel cover the mechanic has found. I cannot believe they sell these in stores still. The mechanic is leaving a little gift to their repair shop for when they turn the compressor back on Monday morning. Customer states sunroof not working on Tesla Model S. Mechanic checked the sunroof motor and figured out that the motor gear is bad. They thought no problem until figuring out that it would be easier to drop an engine. It's really hard to get to due to the poor engineering. Customer states they ran out of gas, so she topped off the coolant reservoir with gas. Now the car is having issues and making strange noises. Mechanic states they put this sign in their apartment complex. The sign reads, for safety purposes, Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade in the years 2020 to 2022 are prohibited from parking at this facility. Customer states their 2000 Chevrolet Cavalier won't stop. It currently has over 426,000 miles and can probably go to over 500,000 easily. Customer told mechanic to be careful when going inside the car. The mechanic opened the door and found this. It's pretty crazy. This customer declined shocks from the auto repair shop. The mechanic warned them what would happen if they did not get it fixed. Over the weekend, someone took over 30 catalytic converters in this mail truck parking lot. This is what the mechanic found under one of the trucks. Whoever is putting the part number stickers on the threaded part of the bolt is very meticulous. The mechanic felt pretty shocked to find this. Mechanic waited on this trim piece for over a few weeks, only to find that they snapped it into 3 separate pieces to fit it into this box. The customer was not happy to wait longer. This came from a 2021 Volkswagen Jetta with less than 2,000 miles. It's pretty clear the customer does not know how to drive stick properly. Customer with dementia came into the auto shop for a low tire, and a few days and 200 plus miles later the family was able to find him. When the mechanic looked under the customer car, he saw this message. Why and who wrote this, I am not very sure the intent behind it. Mechanic used to always complain about German cars over engineering. Today we saw the underside of a Honda 2018 Clarity rear suspension. A giant UN vehicle just rolled in the shop. The mechanic is over 6 feet tall and only comes up to the side mirrors of the vehicle. Customer states their left tire went flat driving on the highway, and the mechanic found this through the tire. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not yet. This beauty vintage car just rolled into the shop, and customer states it's the joy of their life. Customer states they tried to fix their bumper by themselves after a collision. They didn't do too bad of a job with the fix. This customer tried to jack up their car to fix a flat tire, and this was the result. They accidentally damaged the vehicle. When the mechanic checked the bottom of this customer's car, they noticed some symbols etched into the car. This customer had a lot of hangers in their trunk. After a while, the mechanic learned not to ask too many questions and just go with the flow. This customer got confused with 3 months, 3,000 miles, and 3 years and 30,000 miles. Customer states they brought their Tesla into the shop for an oil change. This was the mechanic's view when he jacked up the car. Not sure who is at fault here. A customer brought this car into the shop, and the mechanic took one look into the car and refused to get inside or work on it. What would you do? Mechanic had a really funny tailgate come into the shop. I wonder how people would react to be driving behind this truck on the road in public. Brand new technician states the spare tire is missing on this Honda. The spare tire is actually mounted on the outside of the car. Customer brought their 1987 Ford Ranger truck into the shop for an oil change, and this happened instead. The customer spent so many years of taking well care of it for this to happen. Customer states their friend just bought this Tacoma for super cheap. Mechanic looked under the car and saw this. Not sure how to tell the customer the news. The senior mechanic told the brand new mechanic that they could not get the axle out without a press, and this happened. The mechanic ordered 17 millimeters, but somehow the company shipped a 170 millimeters instead. It's a really big difference. Customer told the mechanic, just give me my free oil change. The mechanic took a look at their tires and noticed this. This is the design of the Dodge Journey. To work on the battery is extremely hard to get to. This might be the most crazy car engineering that has ever been made. This might be the most useful tool for telling brake pad wear. Whoever made this invention must be a genius. It's something you can use every day. The previous mechanic who worked on this car welded the socket to the oil drain bolt. Is this a good idea? Not really sure how to feel about it. A 2007 Acura RDX reportedly needs $3,500 for a new turbo according to the last shop, while the local Acura dealer quoted around $7,000. However, we quoted we can machine the replacement part for only $160 and complete the installation in an hour or less. This is how to gain a customer for life. Mechanic opened the front hood of the car and saw this. Not really sure how this can happen. It got really bloated somehow. Customer came in expecting to pass inspection with a blocked out license plate and the darkest tint that the mechanic has ever seen on windows and windshield. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn post notifications on. Customer states someone broke their window at Walmart and they need it replaced. What was your favorite clip from this video?